What's going on, everybody? I'm zmoT. Now, I was going to talk about the mega crab, but why talk about the mega crab when you can talk about the mega turtle? Now, this is just speculation. Now, what happens is when Boom Beach tends to leak things, they leak them on the conveyor belts at the back of operation bases. We had cryo bombs back there. We had the speed serum back there. And now we've got these engines on the conveyor belt and these kind of tubular valve type pipe things. And we also have propellers and what look like bombs or torpedoes and all sorts of stuff on the back conveyor belt. So have a look on your operation attacks. This is on Rogue, I believe, and Chimera. But just have a look at the conveyor belts. You will see that there's a bunch of stuff floating around back there. And what I think is, you see those propellers on the Mega Turtle? And see the color coding? Like, look at the colors here. Reds and yellows. Looks a lot like the Mega Turtle. So I really do think that they're trying to put out some sneak peeks, a little bit of teasers saying the Mega Turtle is coming, but I could be wrong. Please let me know in the comments what you think about that, if you think it's going to come back. Now, at the same time, we're going to get rocking and rolling into... I see I've got RZM loaded. I was just dropping troops and then closing the game. Like, just hoping to get some stages. Gained a little bit of powder on my low-level account. So I'll use that today on whatever this is called. Dr.T of the Volcanic variety. Now, I don't really recall what the difference between Mega Turtle was and what Mega Crab. Maybe there were slightly different layouts. If you guys want to hit me up in the comments and let me know what was different about it. I don't really know why we'd be hyped about Mega Turtle. It's only happened once in the past, so obviously it'd be kind of neat because it flies and stuff like that, but I don't remember what differentiated it from the Mega Crab except for the fact that it was run by Hammerman as opposed to Dr. T. So let me know if you're hyped about Mega Turtle or if you don't care, or because I think it had different layouts because we've kind of gotten a little bit stale on the same Mega Crab layouts over and over again for the past couple months. But maybe, just maybe, I am completely out to left field. I went through a bunch of my old videos on the Mega Turtle and I couldn't see anything drastically different, but I also was fairly limited on time. So, by the way, RCZM with brick is not really what you want to do, but for the earlier stages we'll stick with that. I will move to Everspark, maybe even Kavan later on, just to see how far we can make it. I know it's not the standard, but sometimes you gotta do things a little bit differently. Now, hopefully, I still have to catch up on a bunch of the Mega Crab news and a bunch of the World Cup news, and just generally catch up on stuff. My internet at my parents' cabin is very, very not good. By the way, did you know that, like, I don't know how it is in the States or elsewhere in the world, but in Eastern Canada, or a good chunk of Ontario anyways, they call cabins cottages, and out west, but like even Manitoba and stuff, they call them cabins. So I'm very curious to hear what you guys call a off-the-grid building that you go to, like, do you go cabining? Do you go cottaging? Do you use some other word? Obviously, I'm just curious, because we had someone show up at the cabin, and they said they called it a cottage, and I was like, are you from Ontario by chance? And it totally creeped her out, because she was like, how did you know that? So maybe it's just a fluke. Maybe people in Ontario call them cabins too. Maybe cabin is used differently. It's just one of those things that I found to be sort of interesting. Let's shock the rocket launcher back there. Can you use battle orders? Now, battle orders with our ZCM is not completely awful, but it's definitely not the best ability. On Mega Crab, a lot of people were using Bullit and battle orders. Bullit and energy drink, I should say, just because he is just so healthy. But typically Kavan or Everspark. I like Everspark myself, but I get roasted every time I say that, so... Oh well, I know at the highest level of PvP, you need to use Everspark and Universal Remote. Lower levels, obviously, many things work. I'll stop tapping that button incessantly now. Is incessantly the right word? I don't know. Anyways. Let's go. Stage 4 with our ZM. Let's go. Oops, good thing I threw that medkit. Did not see that rocket launcher over there, but you don't really need to scout all that much with our ZM on lower stages, so we'll just fly through this. I don't know if I can get, maybe I can get all 7 stages with no troop health. Troop health helps a lot of troops very, very muchly. But yeah, what do we got here? Mega Crab has ended. Let's go stage. Oops, I forgot to add troops. We'll just throw it. I think we should be able to get this anyways. Let's get rid of you. Just to get our troops walking further over to the right is my thinking here. I don't even know if I had this without smoke or not. I will change out battle orders at some point very soon because this is just absolutely silly. But it does make the medics heal faster, and battle orders is sort of at the front of my mind right now after I did a bunch of testing on battle orders, and battle orders level 6 seems to be waste, but again, I'm waiting to hear if my testing was accurate or useful, or if people have other suggestions. One person suggested using battle orders after the troops have already fired once. I still need to figure out how they mean it and how that'll work, but I'm kind of worried about the shock timing, and it'll definitely be a little bit more difficult to do, but doesn't mean it's not a better way to do it. So, moving on, stage 5 with no troop reloads. Losing rifles. And the reason why this troop loadout is so good is that you lose rifles, and rifles reload quickly and cheaply. So, need to clear a whole bunch of mines in here, whichever Sparks Critters would help us do, but we're going to use brick until we fail, just because why the heck not? I'm going to get a shock out, just because I think those machine guns are too powerful for my wimpy rifles. My rifles are like level 13 or something like that, so we'll let at least our medics catch up a little bit before battle orders. Yeah, battle orders. I mean, it's not awful, I gotta say. But not awful is not really a high bar for sure. So, I think I'm gonna. Oh man, that's a waste of an artillery for sure. Nonetheless, let's get one more battle orders just to get our rifle dudes in there. I think my zookas are gonna get toasted if my rifles don't get out front very, very quickly. We'll clear some more mines. I'm not convinced. Oh, look at that! Just lost like every single one of my rifles to something. That was not pretty. But maybe, just maybe, we can pull it off with a little bit of luck. Come on, luck, lady luck. Need to get that rocket launcher down, I think, is what it comes down to. If that rocket launcher can go down, and of course, I've only got 0 zookas shooting at it. So it's going to be... Maybe brick can actually act as our... Look at that, brick is tanking for us. So stage 6 with our ZM and no troop health and not a lot of planning or skills. So not bad. Not bad at all. And this is why people use it. Like, you don't have to smoke. It requires a little bit less precision, and it works. It works very well. Let's try one more time. Not sold on brick, but maybe... Oh, look at that! Perfect. Everything's at the front. There's only one set of rocket launchers, so we can totally take this down. I think this will be a successful day for our ZM. If you haven't tried it, give it a shot. It works great for crab, too, especially if you do not have the ability to smoke terribly, terribly well, or you don't have a lot of patience. So, let's... I'm going to clear lots and lots of mines, because... that should be about all we need to do. I'm still going to smoke it. Now, one thing people assume is that you don't smoke RZCM or RZM, but I really, really like to smoke it because it makes a big, big difference. All your troops get up close and personal this way, and then we will just throw a shock right about there and about there, and hopefully the rifles will now get out front. That's the important bit. As long as the rifles can get out front, we should be okay. Come on. I mean, battle orders, maybe? No, battle orders are a little bit too much, a little bit too pricey. Just med kits probably our best bet at this point, because those back rockets are about to start ruining our lives. Come on, back. Come on, rifle, or whatever those things are called, medics. It's going to be close. This is... Brick is totally the wrong hero right now, but we might be able to just pull it off because of the spread of our troops. Come on medics. Look at this. Those rifles are getting wrecked, but we still have a chance. Oh, it's gonna be so close. Come on. See, like, just getting absolutely ruined by those back rockets. If we had Everspark's critters out front of us, we might be able to get... Oh, we might still... Come on! We've got like one hero zooka, maybe two. One zooka left, and Brick is about to be dead. So, did not get it. But pretty darn close with no troop health and the wrong hero. So let's get Everspark in there, and we should be able to take this down much, much easier. I think that there's a chance that maybe we dropped our smoke a little bit incorrectly, getting the rifles too far out front, but we'll give this a shot with Everspark. Everspark's critters should make this drastically, drastically easier. And I'm going to use the hack to get at least one of those machine guns down. Let's just go one... Actually, you know what? I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to put rifles out front and our zookas and things in behind. Just trying to be a little bit more clever. We'll use the hack. And we'll shock in there and in there. And hopefully the hack will actually buy us a little bit of time. I need to get rid of all those mines at the same time. Uh-oh, mines were not our friend. Come on. Come on. As soon as that sniper tower goes down, I'm going to throw a hack out. Which, of course, went... Gosh, that's a perfect spot. That's a perfect spot. It should buy us a little bit of time. Just getting the critters to pop out. Losing lots of critters to the mines, but at least we got critters out front. At this point, hopefully it goes down. Where are all our critters? Okay, there they are. So, now you see how the critters are distracting the rocket launchers, even just for a second or two, just enough to get our medics actually healing. Come on, critters. Come on, critters. Let's drop a med kit right in here so our critters can distract for just a second. And this is why Everspark is better than Brick with... especially with RZs, or especially in this troop combo. Anyway, let's throw one more med kit out, and that should take it. Stage 7, RZM. Without, I think we use 3 smokes, all 7 stages. You can do, everyone can do RZM. RZM, it just sounds wrong, especially with no C in there. That's it, that's all. Let me know what you think about the Mega Turtle. I think it's coming. I think that is the only thing that makes sense. Like, there's the fans, there's the red color scheme, there's some yellow stripy bits, and look, like, there's the yellow stripy bits, there are the fans. Like, I think it's got to be the Mega Turtle. Let me know what you think. I'm very interested to hear your feedback and all of that sort of stuff. I'm zmoT. Thanks for coming in, and I shall talk to you all tomorrow. Peace.